friends, let me first look at this, the behavioral biases. So this is a new chapter, or we can say, what is this? It means earlier it was only in second level, but now they have incorporated it in the first level as well. So again, this is a theoretical chapter. This is a theoretical chapter. So let us see. So there are two types of biases. One is cognitive and second is emotional. So these biases are the logical biases, and it can be corrected by taking some appropriate action. It means, for example, we are lack of information. Okay, there is a loss aversion kind of mentality. What do we mean by that? You will get to know about it. So this is cognitive. It means it can be corrected by taking some appropriate action. But our emotional biases, it means these kind of biases are related to emotions and they are very difficult to correct. It means we can say, ये क्या है? ये हमारे इमोशंस है, हमारी थिंकिंग है, जिसे चेंज करना मुश्किल होता है. सो दैट काइंड ऑफ बायसेस आर इमोशनल बायसेस. So let me look at them. So there are a lot of biases, behavioral. We are talking about behavioral finance basically. So how behavior actually persists at the time of taking investment decision, that is something which we are talking about. So first is belief preserves biases. What is this bias? So for example, we have some old information and some new information comes. And let us say the old information conflict with the new information. The old information conflicts with the new information. So what happens? Because we were having old information, we were believing it. So although there is a conflict, but then too we are believing on the previous old information. We are relying more on the old information. We are not incorporating this new information. So that is basically belief preserves biases. You will find कि बहुत सारे biases ऐसे हैं जो एक जैसे से लगेंगे. But again, there is a, you can say, small kind of difference. Okay, this is belief preserves biases. Second is conservatism bias. My approach is conservative. It means earlier I had some views. So I am maintaining those views. I am not adequately processing the new information. Although new information is available, but my mind do not want to process the new information appropriately. So that kind of biases is basically conservatism bias. That is basically conservatism bias. So it means what happens here? Updates are available, but we are very slow to update forecast. So we try to avoid the complexity of defining new information. So if new information, so we try to avoid the new information. Then we have confirmation bias. For example, there are 2-3 informations which are coming, news which are coming. I am believing more on that information which confirms my belief. So for example, let us say that a positive news is coming and negative news is also coming. For example, a positive news is coming that ultimately now the COVID cases are down. COVID cases are less. So this is a positive information. Negative information is that ultimately there might be a possibility that Russia wages a war on Ukraine. So for example, I am believing these two information are there, but I believe that this I am, for example, positive on the market. I am believing market will go up, go up, go up. So although this negative news is also coming, but I will try to confirm this positive news only. It means I consider only that information which what happens, which basically confirm my beliefs. So that is called confirmation bias. Then we have.
So I have a doubt.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir. Confirmation bias में only we accept positive news. We only confirm with positive news.
Positive news from the point of view of belief. It means
No,
positive according to my belief. If I am negative on, if I am negative on the market, then I will confirm in confirmation bias. I will rely more on the negative news. That is, there is a possibility that Russia will put a war on Ukraine. So when I am talking about positive information according to our belief, that is something which we are saying. Okay. Now, hindsight bias, believing that the past event tend to repeat themselves. So we believe that whatsoever has happened in the historically, so it will happen in future also. So it means what happens, we might overestimate the forecast because we are believing that whatsoever has happened historically, so it will happen in future also. So there is a possibility that we are overestimating the forecast. So assessing a manager based on previous performance and having overconfidence rather than the future expectations. So we are believing more on historical data instead of talking about the future. So when I am talking about manager performance, so I am saying, okay, historically, because this manager has given us alpha, so in future also it will give us alpha. So we are, you can say, what is happening, we are overestimating the past forecast. So that is hindsight bias. Now, representative bias. Representative bias. Using new information and classify the information based on past experience. So we are using new information, but we are using it as we used it in the past. So for example, here what we are doing, we can say that we are using a sample which is representing the population. Okay, we are using a sample and we are believing it represents the population. So that is representative bias. Illusion of control bias. In this bias, what happens? People have illusion that they can control everything. They have hold on everything, but they don't have hold on everything. So for example, let me say that there is a lottery system. We believe that if we take out the number, so there is a more chance that I will win the lottery. But practically speaking, it is rational. It is random. It is not like that if I pick, then only it will work. So this is what? This is illusion of control. Now, anchoring and adjustment bias. What is happening? It means we had initial information. Okay. And what we are doing, whatsoever estimates we did earlier, we are simply relying on it, and accordingly we are doing the future projection. So that is anchoring and adjustment. So that historical or earlier estimates are working as an anchor and we are doing adjustments in that. So this is anchoring and adjustment bias. Then mental accounting. So here what happens, we bifurcate the things into different accounts. So for example, we have what we have, we should have money for college fund, we should have money for retirement, we should have money for house. So what we do different accounting. We do not look from overall perspective that okay, from overall perspective how much return we are earning or how much risk, how much less risk we have. So we are not thinking from that point of view. So that is what, that is mental accounting bias. Then we have framing bias. It means a person answer the question according how the question is asked. Okay, so in what respect question is asked, so answer is made in that manner. So that is framing bias. So for example, in gain context, a manager may suggest a venture capital fund, but on a negative outlook, he may not. Okay, so for example, if we are saying, okay, where we get the highest return, so you should put money there. So it means we say, okay, venture capital, in venture capital, there is a great possibility that ultimately we earn a lot of money. Okay, but then if the same question is reversed and it is said that we should not put the money where we have the most risk, so again, my answer is changed, yes. So how the question is framed accordingly, there is a change in the answer. So that is framing bias. Then availability bias. So people do not try to get more and more information. They rely on the information what is easily available. So they simply rely, okay, whatsoever information is available easily. So we believe that is correct. So that is what, that is availability bias. Loss aversion bias. So holding investment in loss positions longer than justified. We do not want to book the losses. And we want what we do, देखिए क्या गलती करते हैं हम लोग when we buy shares. जिन स्टॉक्स में लॉस होता है हम उसको लॉस को बुक नहीं करते हैं. हमारे मन से आवाज आती है all is well, all is well. So we keep on continue with the loss, investment loss. Okay, but what happens when there are profits? So हम उसको जल्दी से जल्दी sell कर देते हैं ताकि हम जल्दी से जल्दी profit book कर लें. So that kind of thing is loss aversion bias. That is what? That is loss aversion bias. Overconfidence bias. It means we are overconfident that we can do this, we can do this. Okay, so that is what? That is overconfidence bias. So these are the biases which happens if we talk about investment. So all these biases come, and this overconfidence bias, this is very, you can say easy. Sometimes even I too have overconfidence bias. हर किसी को हो सकता है. तो ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस आ जाता है कि इतने टाइम से हम पोर्टफोलियो को मैनेज कर रहे हैं, अब तो मार्केट हमारे अकॉर्डिंग चल रही है, जो हम सोच रहे हैं ऐसे ही होगा. तो इस तरीके के ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस किसी में भी आ सकता है. आज के टाइम भी इतना टाइम इन्वेस्टमेंट इंडस्ट्री में होने के बावजूद भी आज के टाइम भी हमें आ जाता है. और इसके कारण क्या होता है, जो इन्वेस्टर्स हैं, जो क्लाइंट्स हैं, उनको तो ठीक है, उनको तो जो प्रॉफिट होना है उनकी इन्वेस्टमेंट अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर ऑब्जेक्टिव्स कर दी गई है, ठीक है. लेकिन अपने पोर्टफोलियो के अंदर ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस आ जाता है तो वहां पर कभी-कभी नुकसान भी बहुत हो जाता है. तो ये होता है, ये जनरली होता है. देन self-control bias. So what we do, we prefer more short-term satisfaction rather than long-term satisfaction. Okay, so that kind of bias is self-control bias. So for example, save inefficiently for the future. It means we are not talking about the long term, but what we are doing, we are talking about the short term. So we are borrowing excess to fund than the present consumption. So it means whatsoever consumption needs we have, so we are borrowing money to fulfill those consumption needs. So that kind of thing is self-control bias. Status quo bias, it means do nothing. Whatsoever position we have, simply stick to that. So for example, unknowingly we are holding risky portfolios and we do not try to diversify the risk. We are simply standing, for example, we know that we can earn money by in equity markets by putting money into diversified portfolio. So we can earn money. But what happens? We do not act. So that is what, that is status quo bias. Now endowment bias. So what happens in this? So we value an asset more than they own it. So when we have that asset, we value it more. When we don't have that asset, we value it less. So for example, there is a property, when we are the owner of that property, we value it more. When we are not the owner of that property, then we value it less. So that kind of bias is endowment bias. Then we have regret aversion bias. So what happens? We become very, very conservative. We do not want कि हमें कुछ regret करना पड़े. तो फ्यूचर में क्या होगा उसके कारण हम लोग क्या करते हैं, we do not take the decision, we do not make the decision. So that kind of bias is basically regret aversion bias. Is this point clear? So this is regret aversion bias. Now let me see. So these are, so behavior, we can say behavioral finance influences market behavior. So if we talk about bubbles and crashes, when market going up, going up, going up, so we call it as bubble. When market come down, so we call it as crashes. So overpricing of asset class and extended period of prices burst. So this is bubble. Until today, there is an exact explanation of what exactly causes this. So that is overconfidence. So if we talk about this market is going up, going up, going up, people are taking more and more positions. So why they are doing it? So it means because of overconfidence it happens. Now momentum. Investors might extrapolate the rise to the future. Okay, so there might be a possibility that investors are extrapolating the rise to the future, that in future it will increase. Value stocks, you know what are value stocks? Those stocks which have low price earning ratio. So that is value stocks. So this is something related to the behavioral biases. So again, this is a theoretical chapter, as I said. So you can just read them and easily you can do it.